So I'll clarify my position because this title is probably like, oh my god, what do you mean? I see a lot of retards on YouTube talking about how, well, if you're not 5'10" or if you're not 6 foot, then you're a manlet, and you can't pull because Chad's over 6'1". Those are the only people that can pull, and I look at that and I'm wonder like, little Timmy. 'Cause that's what they remind me of. If you watch these videos, little Timmy's the antithesis of what everything I hate. Like little Timmy, that's what they are. Do you go outside, my friend? Like, yes, it's true. It's true. I'm not here saying height doesn't matter. Height is very important. Okay? Height is a great attribute to have. It's a very attractive attribute, both to men and women in different ways. I'm not denying that in any way. I'm affirming that. Okay? Don't think I'm here saying like, oh, if you're a 6'1" person has no advantage over a 5'1" person. They have a great advantage. But at the same time, people put too much value on it because when you're on degenerate apps like Tinder does, like, oh well, I'm 5'8" or I'm 5'10" or I'm 6 foot. Like these numbers matter more when you're looking at screens. Okay, so if you want to go find some dirty women, which most of these women on Tinder, that's all they are, then go for it. But if you're in the real world, okay, unless you were really short, women don't care. They just care that you're taller than them. Okay, that's all that matters in reality. So as long as there's a decent height difference between you and some girl, and in most cases, even if you're below average, even if you're 5'6", you're gonna be taller than most chicks. Even if you're 5'6". Okay? So because this is the issue with this obsession, okay? When you key in on something like this, okay, and then you end up focusing on something you can't really change. Like you can't change your height unless you're going through puberty. Then you should optimize your lifestyle for height, get to your maximum potential. But at the end of the day, if you're 5'6", you're 5'6". You can't change that. So if you're like, oh, I'm 5'6", man, I can't do anything. I can't win. I can't do anything. The reason why you can't win is not because you're 5'6", it's because you think you can't win because you're 5'6". It's very interesting. It's all in your head. That's all it is at the end of the day. Because I see a bunch of short dudes that I know personally that have good relationships with pretty women, like 5'4" to 5'6". And when I go in public, I see dudes that are like dwarfed by me. Okay, and I'm not the tallest individual, but they're dwarfed by me, and they're with a pretty girl. They're in a relationship. Now, the people I know, they're in good relationships. I don't know if these people I see in public are in good relationships, but they're in relationships. So these people are like, oh, I'm 5'6", so my life's over. Even people who are average height at like 5'9" or 5'8", they're like, oh, my life's over. I can't do it. It's like, bro, come on. Come on. It's true, okay? It's true that okay, I'll start with this first. At the end of the day, a short dude who tries hard will succeed. They'll get a good relationship at the end of the day. It's not doom or gloom like a lot of people say. A short dude in long-term relationships, the relationships that actually matter, will outperform a short dude who puts in good effort and gets good results. Aside from his height, like change all variables, but the only variable that changes is height. All variables but height. Excuse me. The 5'1" dude or the 5'4", 5'5", whatever, that dude will do better than the tall dude who puts in no effort. It's just some fat slob or some skinny geek on video games all day. He's gonna do better in long-term relationships, and even in short-term, he's probably gonna do better as well, because that's reality. Okay. Now it is true if we've got a man who was high value. And the only thing we changed was height. So we have a high value dude at 5'6" and a high value dude at 6'3". This guy will do better. The 6'3" dude will do better. That's true. Obviously, that's true. But realize, even the people who are tall are losers at this point. Okay? The barrier of entry is so low that something like height isn't going to be the determining factor in whether or not you're going to have success. Being short will never be the determining factor in whether or not you have a good life. If you hate your life and you're short, it's not because you're short. You have other issues to deal with. Height is never the determining factor in success. Never.